Hello and welcome to another Fortino quick hit. Today I'm going to be going over how to make spawner brushes in Fortino. So how to make a brush that turns a certain type of block into a spawner with custom data, and once you've made that brush you can simply click once and it will replace all of the gold blocks with spawners. These are creeper spawners which have the glowing tag, time set to midnight. Too hard. Should pretty quickly see, some glowing creepers. This really quickly allows you to place a lot of spawners of a certain type in one area without too much trouble, and this allows you to kind of test an area, roll it back and retest it over and over again really quickly, and just speed up that process of actually testing and play testing. So the way that Fortino does this is with the template brushes. So with template brushes it is able to do this, and it's also able to do quite a few other things. So if you just want to see how to make this brush in particular, you'll probably want to skip a bit further on and I'll put a time code on. But if you want a bit more of an explainer of how to use template brushes and what they're good for outside of this, then I'm going to go into that a bit more now. So the very first thing we need to do is close Minecraft, and I'm going to shut down the server as well. And then what we need to do is close out of Minecraft and open up our file explorer at our MMS folder. So in our mega server folder, what we can do is if we go into Fortino and select templates, right click new and create a new text document. So let's call this one grass temp. Template, why not? And then let's come inside of here, and what I want to do here is make a template brush that does a grass brush operation. So basically it's placing a certain amount of grass on top of a block. To take a look at the whole brush function that I would normally use, it would look something like this. So it would be a sphere brush of radius 7, and if we had both air and underneath that air we had a grass block set, and then some mixture of air, grass, and in this case I'm just going to use Lily of the Valley. So this is what our normal Fortino grass brush would look like, but we want to make this a bit more custom. What template brushes allow you to do is instead what we can do is let's just copy this down so that we've got it there as a reference. So we get rid of the slash firstly, and then we can add in arguments that the brush will take when we make it. So what do I mean by that? So rather than writing grass block, we would put in something to substitute for that. So we'd put in one of these dollar signs and then 1. And we can do that for a number of arguments. So if we do, in this case, we want to tell it what block we're placing it on, and we might not want it to place grass. We might want it to place fence posts or something. So we'll put a $2 in there and a $3 in there. And so that's going to be our grass template. So let's just empty out the file apart from that one. And let's save it. So that's saved inside our Fortino templates folder. So now we are going to restart the server. So our server's restarted. So now if we come back into Minecraft and load up. So previously when we were making a grass brush like this, because we didn't want it to place on top of every single block, we'd identify a grass block that we wanted our grass on top of, which makes sense. But if we were saving that in a file, we would then have to go into that file and close out the game and do all of those things. So now when we come in game, we can simply type /template, and then we need to put in the name of our file. So in this case, grass template. You can choose to put .txt, but Fortino will read it without it. So template, grass template, and then we need to give it the 3 arguments that we had substitutions for. So the first $sign, we want to put grass block, and then the second one we want grass, and then the third one we want some type of flower, so we're going with a fern in this case. And now we've created that brush, and we now have a grass brush that is saved. And fern's maybe not the best choice because it looks pretty similar to grass, but you get the idea. But then if we want to quickly switch it over, we can load up that same template and put in dirt, fern, and lily of the valley. I should probably use a different flower than that, but it's the only one I can ever remember. And so now we get a brush that works like that. And it doesn't work on anything else. It doesn't work on sandstone. You can probably hear me clicking, but it doesn't work on stone either. So let's say we wanted to use it on stone. We could do stone and then do stone. I guess we could just put stone on top of stone, and then dirt just to show off. You can put down different fence types and stuff like this. And this is doing something weird because it's continuing to place stone above, which is quite a cool effect if you wanted to use that as well. So that is how to create a template brush and how to put arguments in. So now we simply do the same thing, but with, rather than using a 14edit command, we can actually template in a Minecraft command. So in this case, we are templating in a setBlock command that is creating these spawners. So the way we are going to do that is, once again, we are going to hop out of Minecraft, and let's save this one as mob spawner tutorial. So now we've got our text file ready to go. And so the next thing we need to do is we come into MC Stacker. So MC Stacker is a website for generating Minecraft commands. This isn't going to be an in-depth tutorial on that. I think most of the people watching this will probably know what MC Stacker is anyway. But basically what you want to do is come into mcstacker.net, go to setBlock, select a spawner, and then I've put in the default values for spawners. So this is just good practice to put in all of these default values, but you can change them, and they will be changed in the spawner up here. So then we can also change what the spawner is spawning. So we don't want an area of effect cloud, but let's create a blaze spawner, and let's make them silent and glowing. And let's give them a custom name, I suppose. Why not? Of Brian. So we've got glowing blazes with a custom name of Brian that are silent. And then all we have to do is we can copy and paste this command from up here in the top right hand corner. And now we're done with MC Stacker, so we can close out of that. So we're just pasting that into our text file. And so if I then come back to the only other thing we need to do now is just come to the beginning and remove this /, save our command, or save our command in our file, and then reboot the server. So once the server has restarted, we can hop back into Minecraft. And I threw together a very quick kind of forest area just before this, using some of the deflattened terrain from my previous video, just some random schematics and everything. So I threw together this forest area very quickly, and all I'm going to do is, you can already see I've placed some gold blocks down, but I'm just going to place a couple more, like so, like so, and like so. And then all we have to do to create our brush is, if we go /fx brs, and then how big do we want the brush? So 10, 0.5. So this gives a sphere of radius 10. And then we want to go if gold block. So if it's detecting a gold block, and then we tell it to use our template. So we put template, and then our file name, which I am now forgetting, but I think it was mob spawner tutorial. Yeah, so we put our file name, mob spawner tutorial, and then because we're not giving it any arguments this time, so previously when we were using our grass brush, we had grass block, grass, air, or whatever we wanted to put in. This one doesn't take any arguments, so we just need to put that 0 there for that reason. So we create that command, and now we can very easily place down our spawners in this area, and with very limited hassle we can pretty much fill up this area with spawners with our custom data in. So we've really got a lot of control over that, and we've been able to fill up the area in kind of no time at all. So now if we change the difficulty to normal, once we come into this area, we should, and I missed one. Yeah, we should start to see some glowing blazes called Brian spawning. And there we go. You can just about see Brian above his head, although his smoke particles are kind of obscuring that. But yeah, that is hopefully been quite a quick tutorial on how to use template brushes, and kind of showing off one of the most useful things about them in my mind. But clearly there is a lot of other potential with this, and it will allow you to do some pretty cool things, and I'm hopefully going to do more with it in the future. That is going to be it though for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and for now it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Brian. Bye bye.